Hello guys and welcome back to Field of Glory Empires with our Saba playthrough. I was just looking at some of the information in the ledger and it's so funny. It is so funny how far we've come. The Antigonids are still negative on manpower, even after I've been killing a bunch of their units. They're doing alright on metal and they still have all the money I sent them, so they're pretty well off on money, to be fair. Our trade income is through the roof. I didn't know we were doing so well in trade because it all happens behind the scenes. There's things you can do to affect it, but I don't feel like I paid that much attention to it. Our land power is what I'm sorting by is hilariously unmatched. It's so funny. Even as Rome gets stronger, it just doesn't matter. And it's so funny how weak everybody is compared to us. Look at these numbers. I don't know if they're all just really weak or we're just retardedly strong, but there it is. Naval power, even then, I just tried to match the Antigonids at this point, but look at this. Some of these nations that aren't very powerful land-wise are surprisingly powerful navally, which is quite interesting, and I don't know why that is, but there it is. Regardless, we only have kind of this region, I think, remaining for buildings, and then we're good to go into the next turn, see what happens with our military. So on Musalamia, we have finished a preserved food store on this capital, which would have been more useful shortly ago. Not really anymore, but hey, it is what it is. I need loyalty here. And some infrastructure, I guess. So the Preceptor House looks good because, decadence reduction and all, but it's missing some stuff I need. For example, like I said, I could use some infrastructure. Hell, I could probably just not bother putting any of these slaves on food to begin with. Realistically, right? Let's go for the warehouse. Just because, what are we going to do? Grow in 31 turns? We got tons of slaves here. Tons of slots. I'll just get the warehouse, though. It's fine. Brickwork done on another capital of Garamatia. 3 slots available. What do we want here? Well, you'd be more productive on infrastructure. So would you. It's kind of crazy how much more productive you guys would be on infrastructure. It's not even close, dude. Wow. Go ahead and build me a ranch. Just build me a ranch. I don't even know if this is really how I want to do this. But I may put one of you on culture. But build me a ranch. Replace all that. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Land expansion done. Next to that, and a new population. Let's go ahead and get some regional roads. New population. Got a stud complete. Next to that, 3 slots available. Give me a land expansion. Warehouse and a new population. Next to that, give me a palisade. We have an extra population. We have city walls done. Next to that, 3 slots available. No marble for the expert stonecutter. That's sad. That is sad. I could use some loyalty. We don't have access to papyrus. Go with the street parlor anyway. Culture needs the loyalty. Warehouse done. Nearby that, we have 2 slots available. Give me a land reclamation. Yeah. Do that. No growth here. That's so funny. I mean, maybe not in a good way, but yeah, no growth. 2 guys onto food. Now there's growth. Infrastructure. Extra population. Already went through here. So is there anything left? We skipped over this. Got a granary done on Rambea. We have 2 slots available. Essentials are doing fairly alright. Loyalty's doing alright too. Let's put the ranch. It's either that or the Amphora, so yeah. Basilica done in whatever this place is called. 1 slot available. We could use infrastructure. We could use loyalty. We could use a couple of these different things. I think I'll go ahead and how about we just get the stadium? That sounds good. I mean, sounds alright. Passes some time, helps some growth a little bit. Not a lot. It's actually kind of bleh. It'll help conversion though, so sure. Miss out on this where we disassemble 2 things, got a new population. So that's 3 slots that weren't there before. This is a land that's under pacification, so it's not very helpful. But I guess I'll put down a hemp field. Just, get the basics placed. Sure. Move this guy down to infrastructure. And that's it for this turn. We're pretty much good to knock it into the next turn and see what happens. And we have 386 war score. Let's see what we can accomplish this upcoming turn. Probably not as much, but we got a lot of dudes that are recovering or waiting to move, so. Alright, we have a battle here. I think this is an assault. Ready for an assault? Yeah, I think this is an assault. Yeah, it is. Terrain rebels. 9 enemies. They're all urban militia, so with our heavy infantry just walking in here, they're all going to get slaughtered, pretty much. No question about it. And pursuit, and they're all dead. There you go. Woo, look how these guys were starving, man. That's why their effectiveness is so fucked up. They were starving. We showed up here. I don't know if we're assaulting immediately. Besieged. Why are there 7? I guess these 7 guys are defending the outside. Yeah, alright, sure. Alright, well, there you go. They're defending the outside. It's in a plain, though. They have a lot of cavalry on the front. Mostly cavalry, in fact. Which are going to get slaughtered by heavy infantry, because cavalry are not supposed to be running directly up to heavy infantry. Especially not light cavalry. Heavy cavalry, sure, they could probably do a better job of it. That's kind of their point. That was all light cavalry. Now a siege begins. And now here, Amurtis, a place that rebelled from us after we took it from the enemy. Here are the rebels, desertic rebels. They got mostly desertic warriors in the front. Our, regular infantry, they lost their engagement right there. Woo! It's kind of back and forth here. It's a little back and forth. Hey, we did kill one, though. But it ended in a draw, because it was just that close. Look at that. They almost killed that one. Terrifying reminder that our regular infantry aren't really worth a whole lot. Looks like that guy didn't get put up on the front again, which is good. Ooh, that should be a kill. Yep, we got it. Nice. They got some cavalry on the front, which we hurt, but did not kill. We didn't win that die roll, but a draw still. I thought we did pretty all right there. Over here, we have a fight. What the hell? A Cappadocia army found its way down to Galilee. That's so weird. I guess they were part of that fleet. I really don't know how this happened, but they sailed down here. Right where we have the one location I'm defending with an army. To be fair, they would have no way of knowing that before ordering that movement. They would have had no way of knowing that. So they just happened to pick the wrong fucking spot. A rare defensive battle on my part. I almost never am defending. This is in a plain. We have tons of heavy infantry, even if they have their citizen hoplites. They stepped on the wrong territory. There's nowhere worse for them to have stepped. As we're watching them all die in the initial engagement. Wow. Anywhere else, they could have landed just fine. Anywhere else would have been much better. Yet, here we are. All dead. Now we gotta continue fighting for this place. It's not easy. These look like entirely fresh units of mine. Stalemate on that first fight. Stalemate on the second fight. Oh my god, man. At least we can hurt the cavalry. Kill it? No. Hurt, but kill. No, we killed that warrior. And we killed that cavalry. Finally! Enough for a fucking pursuit, killing several more of their units. Jesus Christ. These choke points, well, our regular infantry are not good. We're not a nation that has good regular infantry. Yeah, you see, now that has permanently joined me. So I really don't know if that's a good or a bad thing, but it's a thing that has happened. Woo! Did we progress, or were we lacking progress tokens of any kind anyway? I don't know. One space we moved up. We regained, really. One space. Alright. Lack of supply? Yeah. I know that. But we're besieging. And there's an unbreached wall, so we're just gonna chill. There's some foraging value here for what it's worth. Don't really think that's worth a lot, though. The population in Galilee has decreased due to that fight. That's sad, but we did slaughter them. They do have some fleets, some light warships off the coast blockading, but I don't think that really matters. No production or siege resist bonuses from the harbor. That's not terrible. Honestly. It's not really that bad. But we conquered this region from the rebels, as we've seen. Leave everybody just where they are, realistically, is probably the smart thing. This is not a very happy place. Most of these places are not happy, so someone being over here as a defensive fixture for a little while might be a good idea. And this is a established province. This is not, so food here is going to be doing probably better. Probably. Oh, hey, support science. Dude, it's been a while. What have I been... I think I've been usually going for food. This hasn't popped up in so long that I forgot it existed for a while. Yeah, we have the scythe and the rotary quern. I don't remember getting a 15% food bonus. That's kind of crazy. Seas light commerce ships. We don't really need that. Metal or money to acquire manpower. Metal to acquire money or manpower. We don't need that. Got some rare slaves over here. Yeah, I was surprised. More rare slaves over here. More rare slaves over here. Holy cow, dude. Alright. It's not really what I imagined. I guess I could just keep going for food. That's one of those things that sometimes it runs into a bit of a bottleneck. Nothing else really runs into any bottleneck, honestly. So, 2,500 money? Yep, go ahead and spend that there. That sounds good to me. That sounds like the most useful thing I can do. I don't know what this guy's gonna do, but this dude's still on his way. I'm gonna just, like, target him specifically as we go over there. Finished a palisade right next to that, by the way. So let me see if I just build up something, I guess. City walls, maybe? Sure, why not? And then you guys are fucking starving. There's food here. We just conquered this. Have all the slaves on food. Get a lot of everybody else on here. Oh, these are still slaves, a lot of them. There. Maybe this is some semblance of something useful. I don't know. Maybe not. At this point, I'm gonna change this over to a charcoal pile, though. This right here, I think that's probably a good idea. He's too injured to press any offensive, though, right now. The food here is alright for now. Next door, it's not alright. So hopefully, we can recover with what food is here. Hopefully, that will be good enough. Get rid of this slave market. We don't want anything to do with that. But hey, look, there is a furnace. That's cool. That is cool. Let's see. The Asia Minor Army is marching out. The food here is not doing the grandest. These guys are mostly recovered. Why do you look so much smaller for some reason? These are different army setups. So that's why one of them sells camels, Arabia Orientalis. Guess I'll send the other guy up this way and have 2 attacks pushing forward at once. They're both maybe going to be hurting for food a little bit, but that's why a 3rd stack's not down there, right? Guess we have good line of sight around here too, because we could see quite a bit off the coasts of our enemies, strangely. We'll go ahead and pull off a landing here on Crete, Rhodus, I guess, Rhodes specifically. The Navy will be waiting for me. And there are some large walls here to be concerned with. And a coastal fortress. Wonderful. It's going to be one turn just to get out to sea here. And then the next turn we'll arrive here and go over there. So, while I'm there, we're going to be getting bombarded. Isn't that just wonderful? Hopefully it deflects from my Marines. I love how I called them the Marines. Going and landing where they need to land. I had to manually tell the Indian Army to go here the landway. He didn't actually automatically adjust. I'm pretty sure, by the way, that this dark color is just the game showing that, hey, it's very hard to move through here. Pretty confident that that is what that means. Regardless, how's this going? A lot of casualties inflicted against the defender, though the walls are not yet breached. So, continue to besiege we shall, though these defenders are definitely getting kind of fucked up. Alright, in that case, we need buildings. I assume by now the manpower total can go way higher. Another stack might be worth looking into at some point. We'll see. I kind of want more ships, honestly. Like a second navy, now that I'm starting to do naval things, I feel like a second fleet would be great. I don't know what it's going to be made up of. Maybe the same exact stuff. Maybe we might recruit some stuff like that. Like more heavy warships. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That kind of goes through all the equipment here. So let's go ahead and get started with that. Severe supply loss. Yeah, I knew that happened. Didn't see that pop up till now, though. Alright, so we got a palisade done here. We have 1 slot available. Only 1 slot. What do we want to use it on? We don't... Like, we're not short on anything. I guess we want food, probably the most. Let's get the orchard. You guys chilling down here? Yeah, you're chilling, having a good time. Looks good to me. Oh, hey, these Ethiopians have moved. They'll literally never participate. Street parlor done. 2 slots available. Give me some regional roads. Sure. Extra population. We have Builders Hall done at the southeast. 4 slots available. If Builders Hall, even then I could use some more loyalty. Even with that Builders Hall. Because I think I moved deserted citizens down to culture is what I mean. Let's build the Orientation Tribune. Get some more raw loyalty. Wheelmaker done next to that. 3 slots available. I'll move you onto culture. This guy right here. And we'll look more at some basics, I think. Like a stud. Stud sounds good to me. Let's get a stud. Maybe move 1 guy down to infrastructure. Just 1. Wheelmaker done next to that. 1 slot available only. Definitely more limited there. What if I move these 3 guys down to culture? That gets even better. How much better? Better enough to justify it, plus the culture. We'll get the Builders Hall in place of that. Not that we actually need it. But I don't want to build an Amphora if I can help it. And that is the only slot. But 2 turns to growth, 4 turns to Builders Hall. That's a pretty good thing. Extra pop. We got a land expansion. We got 3 slots available in this location now. Move you down there, but I think we need an infrastructure building at this point. A wheelmaker sounds pretty good to me. Let's get that. Brickwork done to the northeast on the capital of AS. Let's go ahead and get the land reclamation. New population. New population. Population. Open up a new slot here specifically. Let's get a land expansion built to open up another one. Palisade done in the capital of Necratis. Finally. Finally something like that over here. And, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, I'll move this guy down. Move you guys up. That's not even adding to the loyalty at this point, which is kind of sad. We do want more growth for sure. Farm could be pretty useful for that. Let me put these 2 guys onto infrastructure. You might be better off there than down there if it's not adding the loyalty. Move some more guys up to food to increase or help the growth. Let's get a preceptor house to lower decadence. You know, we don't have anything reducing decadence here. We need decadence reduction. Even once we take Cappadocia, we're going to need decadence reduction. Still, just got to think long term. Troglodytes, we got a new population, which opened up a slot. And what do we want from that population? There's nothing ultra necessary, really. I want growth, I suppose. So let's get the gymnasium. Haven't been building a lot of health buildings. We got a deep iron mine. This thing right here. This beautiful metal making machine. Done on the Sinai. I think that's a wonder, isn't it? It is not. But it's an upgrade from an iron mine. And it's cool. 3 slots available here. We don't really need conversion. That's not a thing that we need. And we have so much more infrastructure. Move the dudes on infrastructure down to culture at +1 guy from food to get some more loyalty coming in. And instead we could do some other stuff, like building a quarry. Let's go ahead and do that. The health here is going to get shot to shit with everything I'm doing, but let's get some more infrastructure from that. Sure, why not? Extra population, furnace completed to the northeast. We have 3 slots available. Now, we don't really need it, but it seems like a good time to plop down a worship place, get 26 culture, +6 loyalty. Yeah, that just seems good to me. That seems pretty nice. Headed up north, we have a new population in Phoenicia, opening up a building slot. Wish I had some marble here, man. I wish. But we don't. A basilica to get some more loyalty would be valued, I suppose. It's gonna hurt my infrastructure, though. I don't know. I'm not sure about this one. I might just build the expert stonecutter, marble or not. There is a marble vein that can be built, so I might build this now, knowing that it will produce culture later, get the infrastructure up. Sounds like a good plan to me. Cult site done, blacksmith done, school done. We have 2 slots available. This is not a capital, so we don't really want a weapons manufacturer. Perhaps something basic. Definitely. Is there already an M4 here? There is. Let's get a warehouse. That would produce a lot of infrastructure, a whole lot. And I move at least a couple of these guys then over to food. Then we have a noble district to the north of that with no growth, but 1 slot available. Everything else except infrastructure looks kind of fine if you ask me. Perhaps what we'll want is some health. It might just show no growth because it's moving things around, but perhaps what we want is health. I'll move 1 guy down to infrastructure. We'll build some sanitation to get 8 health because that's going to be more contributional than anything else. New population next to that. 1 slot available here. We got some good stuff from the tools manufacturer, including enabling nearby structures to produce more stuff as well. Let's go ahead and get that tools manufacturer there. It's slotless, culture, infrastructure, metal. I want it. New pop. Completed a temple. 3 slots available. This is no capital. And the irrigation system really wouldn't be that helpful. Preserved food store would add to some health, which would be nice. Loyalty from the tavern would also be kind of nice. And then metal's always nice. I think I'll go for the preserved food store to help the growth along, ensure the slots keep up. It's going to be a 1-turn build time anyway. New population done next to that in Hermes. We don't have city walls. Give me city walls. Does this place just have like a fuck ton of infrastructure available? I think it does. That went from 1 to 2 turns, but still. Palisade done to the northeast in one of these conquered territories. 2 slots available. Well, I think an iron mine to get some metal and infrastructure would be pretty good. Just move 1 guy up to food to make up for that, I guess. Why not? Then we have a hemp field done next to there. 1 slot available. Obviously, loyalty would be needed here, but with so many debuffs on it, it's not the biggest concern, I think, if you ask me. Instead, I think I'll plop down a brickwork and move 2 of these guys down to culture. Yeah. Next to that, we have a new population, an extra one from healthcare, opening up another slot. And what do we want to place there? Well, I'd say a clay pit would be pretty handy, but maybe not like super handy. Growth in 10 turns? Yeah, maybe not super handy. Let's plop down a well in that case, and maybe that'll help. Taking an army pushed back by a marching enemy army. What? That sounds weird. That doesn't make a whole lot of sense. And then, yeah, you're going to recover. So let's head southeast. Shepherd House done and 3 things dismantled. 5 slots currently available here. Loyalty still kind of has to recover. I think I will build a woodcutter by looking at how the basics here look. We have a temple done in the capital of Thalabis. Let me move this desertic guy here and then move everybody else onto infrastructure. Even that's not really what I want to see. No, not quite. Move more guys onto food? That might be a bit better. We have enough slots for me to go out of my way to get a theater, methinks. Yes. Land reclamation's done next to that, and a new slot's been... a new population's been grown, is what I meant to say. Growth here's okay. We could really use loyalty. Let's get the pleasure house. Yeah, pleasure house adds 0.25 decadence. Every time we build a preceptor house, it's minus 0.40, which is nice. What do we get done here? A ranch. A ranch, that's a good one here. The only other thing buildable here right now is an M4. I don't know if there's anything beyond that. And there's no way to really find out except to count and memorize. But I'll do the M4, get it out of the way now, before it causes me any more problems by me not knowing that there's more buildings that can follow. Orientation Tribune done in Itamos. Yes. I could up the theater to an amphitheater for more culture. That wouldn't be directly helpful, but it's slotless, so we only have one slot, and we need loyalty, so. Yeah, let's do that. Land reclamation done east of the capital. We have 5 slots available, but we really need loyalty here. We really do. What I move 3 guys from infrastructure down to culture? That doesn't do a damn thing. Well, alright. Let's build a theater then. Sure. I guess. It just helps me get through the culture buildings. Even more slaves arriving at the capital. We have built the basilica, but we still need more loyalty. We still really do. A major temple... I don't think this would really help a whole lot. I don't think it would. So I'm not sure if there's really a point to building it. Instead, this time I might just go for the palace guard, because if we do go into bad loyalty, this will help with the revolt risk. Plus, it adds legacy. It's going to add decadence as well, but hey. It adds legacy, and we want legacy. So let's build that palace guard. Let's do that. I thought I had already built that, but I guess not. You got a slave. When the hell did you get a slave market? Have you had this whole time? That's crazy. I have no idea. Scriptorum's done, though. 1 slot is available. We do need more loyalty. Let's go ahead and plop down the noble district. Trade some of that decadence around, I suppose. And move 1 guy down to infrastructure to help with that, even though we're benefiting from the infrastructure of the capital. Still, let's do a little bit on our own. We look here at Eretria in Amphila. We have finished a stadium, and we have 2 slots available. Don't really need a coastal fortress, well, except for the fact that this is a capital. I think I'm just going to go with, like, the raw food, maybe. That, oh no, maybe some loyalty. Let's go for the loyalty. Let's go for the pleasure house. Yeah, let's get that. That sounds good to me. Sacred Estate done out to the east. 4 slots available, and I still really need loyalty, so give me a gladiator school. There you go. That's good to me. Off by India, we finished a clay pit on the coast. 7 slots available. Blacksmith wouldn't be too bad here. No, sir. Let's go ahead and build that and maybe move a guy up to food. New population, new population, but no new slots opening up. What have I missed? Right here. Alright, this is us reconquering it from the rebels. Nothing massive I'd want to change here at the moment, really. We could maybe plop down some wood cutting for the time being. It's either that or like maybe some food. I don't know. Let's go with some wood cutting and then just like move another guy up to food. That's what we'll do. Sure. Anywhere else? Yes, we missed down here another part of Eretria. We have built a noble district and the loyalty is still not quite where I want it to be. Isn't that crazy? And only 2 slots available. I guess give me the tavern. Sure, everything else is accounted for, and with that, that's kind of like our whole turn. And separate to that being our whole turn, looks like we have a nice full episode, so I'm going to call this one here. When we get back, we're going to end turn and see what battles await us. But for now, thank you guys very much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.